Russ, 1-1 draw with Peterborough Sports today. I suppose that was a frustrating afternoon until Frank pulled that out of the bag in injury time.
Frustrating, but again, the spirit of the group, never say die attitude, went right to the death. In the end, we played a back four, and in front of that, I ain't got a clue. We just had to go for it. We just loaded the box and we created chances. I think on balance of play, Silly deserved the point. You know, they come and, to be fair, got an early penalty, which again looked dubious. Lots of strange decisions today, but I'm going to talk about the players and the togetherness in the group. Again, it wasn't a great performance football-wise. They know that. I think the fans know that. Fans got right behind them the second half. I asked for that. They've got to stick with us. They've got to get behind us right from the first whistle at home. We've got two more coming up, and they've got to be right behind us. They've got to be noisy like they was second half, because it helps. It really helps. It helps the players. We got more territory second half. Again, I think both teams lack quality a little bit. They looked a threat on counter-attack. Credit to them. They sat deep, made it hard for us. But that could be a massive point come the end of the season. It's a point that's psychologically taking us out of the bottom four. With still a game in hand on Leamington. Keeps the home run going. That's 11 unbeaten at home, so it ticks a hell of a lot of boxes, that goal at the end, and it's a fantastic finish. We know he had that in his locker. To do that, pleased for Frank. Again, went with the front three when Dave come on and wanted runners off Dave. We got that. Harry Jessup come on, so just chucked as many offensive players on the pitch as we could. Chucked Tom Allen up at the end as well, and we deserve that. We deserve that. I'm just buzzing for the players.
Yeah, it seemed to be quite difficult to get into any rhythm, didn't it? Especially when they go 1-0 up early on, and they obviously want to hang on to that lead, and it was seemed to be a stop-start game, didn't it? How difficult did that make it for us?
Very really difficult. It's just hard, we've done the same. And I'm not saying the time wasting, but you take your time with things when you're leading, and they got an early lead about 4 minutes, and I think second half really they obviously just played on the counter, which made it more difficult. Took the time with things. We'd have done the same. I moan and groan at the officials at the time, but everybody does it. I just wish they'd put the time on it. It just baffled me at the end. We had 5 minutes first half. I think we had 6 subs second half, and it was 4 minutes. Plus, every time the keeper took a goal kick, I think that took 30 seconds. So that was frustrating. But the spirit and character of the group just keeps shining through.
How big is it, you mentioned psychologically, to get outside of that relegation zone? Obviously, we've still got games in hand on a couple of teams around us as well. How big is that?
Yeah, it's big at the moment, but there's still a long way to go on this journey. Still 7 games, and anything can happen in those games. But like I say, we look at the table tonight. If we'd have got beat today, obviously that ends the home run as well. So we've kept the home run going. And like I say, psychologically, you look at it, and the line's below us now. We've got to do our best now to stay out of there. We've got to be careful of twists and turns, ups and downs. We could drop back in there, but I think the character and the spirit in the group, hopefully will see us through.
Yeah, and I suppose you're looking forward to having a week off, aren't you? Now, no, for the first time in as long as we can remember, you've got a chance to kind of rest and recover, and maybe actually get on the training ground this week.
Yeah, we will. I'll give the lads Tuesday off. I think that's important. We'll train Thursday, have a light session, obviously get ready for another difficult game against obviously Kidderminster next week. But they deserve that. I mean, it's been a crazy schedule. I've never known a schedule like it, and I thought the first half they looked brighter than us. They didn't play on Tuesday. They looked sharper than us. Technically they were good first half. They moved the ball around well, and we couldn't quite get to grips with their shape. I think we looked a lot better when we went to a back four. But again, sometimes it's not about playing nice, pretty football. It's just about working hard, running, chasing, scrapping. That's what we did second half. Set up half time. Tell yourself you're not tired. It's been a crazy schedule, but give us 45 minutes of just graft, and that's exactly what they did. And for me, we rightly got rewarded for that.
And that's 4 points from these 2 home games. We've got another couple as well coming up. 11 unbeaten at home now as well. How big is that? Using what we've got here to our advantage now over the last few games of the season.
I think psychologically, like you just said about the table, but I think psychologically it's more about the run and more about not losing at home. That's key. That's a massive key to it, because it keeps that run going. It keeps the mentality strong. It keeps the belief strong. We know now we can go right to the end. 90 odd minutes, whatever it was when we scored. I say it every week, but it's a fantastic group. I love working with this group because I know they give everything. First half was disappointing. We had a few words in there saying we've got to be better. We've got to be better, with the ball, but we've got to run harder. We've got to fight and scrap harder. We didn't win enough first and second contacts in the first half, whereas on Tuesday night we won, I'd say 90% of them, and that's massive in this league. You've got to win and fight and scrap and win your first contacts, win your second balls, which allows you then to play and gain territory at times, or to play through. But really pleased for the group. Delighted for Frank as well, because I thought he worked hard. He worked hard in different roles. Played him off Dave late on, and we know he's got on his locker, and it's a fantastic finish. I'm just delighted for him and the group.